So in an aquarium management, we have to first understand how we will be setting up an aquarium. Here you can see a beautiful aquarium. Here also you can see an aquarium. There is one aquarium in the DC class also. So in making an aquarium, there are a number of steps, and it is and only if we go through these proper steps in a proper way, we will be able to maintain the aquarium in a healthy, sustainable manner. So aquarium management is essential to maintaining a healthy aquatic environment for fish and other aquatic organisms. Otherwise, you might have made an aquarium in your home sometimes. You know what are the difficulties normally experienced by us when we are managing or maintaining an aquarium. So we have to maintain it in a scientific way, in a systematic way. Then only we will be able to keep all the items in the aquarium in a proper way. So these are one important idea in aquarium management is that we have to maintain a balanced ecosystem that mimics the natural condition. So there will be an ecosystem in that. That ecosystem in the aquarium should be as much as similar to the natural ecosystem or natural environment. Then only the fish will be surviving in that for a longer period of time. So that is one important aspect in the management of any aquarium, maintaining a balanced environment which is similar or mimicking the natural ecosystem. So that is the main purpose in aquarium management, so that the longevity or the lifespan of the fish will be longer. If the aquarium is poorly managed, the fish may not be living for a longer period of time. It has a shorter lifespan. Now here we will be going through number of steps which are involved in maintaining an aquarium. There are two aquariums I have shown. This is a smaller one, and now let's see what are the main ideas main principles in setting up an aquarium. The first step is coming to the planning and preparation. Now in the planning and preparation, three aspects are there. One is the purpose, then size of the aquarium, and location of the aquarium. Decide on the type of aquarium, whether you want a freshwater aquarium or a marine aquarium, or yesterday I saw in one aquarium there which only plants are there. It's a very small aquarium, the size of this laptop only, but it looks very beautiful. You can keep it on your study table also. So by simply looking at that aquarium, it is fully green, you will have a refreshing feeling. Maybe that is the purpose of there is no fish in that. So such a type of only plants only aquarium are also now available. So whether it is a freshwater, marine or brackish water aquarium you want to set, and what type of fish that you want to maintain in that, all this depends on will be affecting the setting up an aquarium. So purpose for which, in which room we are going to place, living room or dining room or any other room. So based on that, if it is in a living room, the size should be larger. If it is in a study room, size may be smaller also, it's fine. Then size of the aquarium, choose appropriate tank size. Larger tanks are easier to maintain as they provide a stable environment, because in a larger aquarium tank there will be more space, we can put more plants also, and we can easily maintain a balanced ecosystem also. There is one advantage of larger aquarium or larger tank. Then location of the aquarium, place the aquarium away from sunlight. For example, you have an aquarium, you are going to put it near a window. That is not a suitable place, because if you are keeping the aquarium near a window, there will be overgrowth of algae. Now here there is no too much algal growth, because there is not too much sunlight. But if you take this tank and keep it near that fridge, there will be lot of algal growth in that. So too much sunlight will promote the growth of algae, and the aquarium may be green after some days. So that is not good. So away from we cannot keep the aquarium away, or should be always away from direct sunlight, and air conditioners to prevent temperature fluctuation. In our area, we are living in a tropical area. Most of the time our environmental temperature will be around 25 degree or something, and most of 25-30, that is some temperature. Sometimes it may go to 32, 33, up to 35. And in such a situation, we don't need to maintain the water temperature too much. But if you are in a colder country like Europe or in other parts of the world, Then that there will be extreme temperature fluctuations. Sometimes temperature can go below 15 degree or 20 degree or 10 degree. In such a situation, if we are maintaining a tropical fish, then we have to keep a normal temperature of about 20 or 25 degrees centigrade. Then only fish will be surviving easily. So temperature maintaining devices should be there. Uses sturdy level surface to support the tank bank, because the weight here you can see we are keeping it on a table. Such a very strong base should be provided. So that depends how we cannot take an aquarium and keep it on above a fridge. That is not safe. So such a type of location should be selected for placing an aquarium. Then what are the important equipment we need? The first is we need a tank. So it can be made up of glass or it can be made up of acrylic. This material is known as acrylic. So it looks like a glass, but it is not exactly a glass. So that kind of plastic material is known as acrylic, but this is the glass. So glass is always good because maintaining is for a long term maintenance. Glass is always better. Then filter system. Choose a suitable filter, internal filter, external filter or under gravel filter. So here you can find that there are, if you can put gravels here and below that there will be a plate like thing, and if you are using a pump, the water will be coming to the surface again. That kind of filtration is known as under gravel filtration. Then we can also use an internal filter. You might have noticed in the 30C class a black pump is there. That is an internal filter, and we can also purify water by an external filter. So purpose is to remove waste material, because when fish is living in the water, it will be producing waste material that will be containing ammonia, and too much ammonia in the water may not be good for the fish. Next aspect is the lighting. Install lights based on the type of aquarium. For example, LED lights for freshwater tank. Then specialized lighting for corals and marine tanks. So if you go to certain area like in CMFRI in Kochi, there is an institute. They are maintaining a well-equipped marine aquarium. It looks very beautiful because a lot of starfish will be there, sea anemones will be there. They look very colorful and also very beautiful to see. So such types of aquarium are difficult to maintain because getting this marine water may not be always easy. Then another aspect of the aquarium equipment is heater and thermometer. Heater, I told you, is that maintaining a constant temperature, especially if we are maintaining a tropical fish, is very important. So heater is an important thing, and we should have a temperature thermometer we always placed in that, so that if there is any variation in the temperature, we'll be easy to understand that variation in temperature and make suitable corrections. So typical temperature for a freshwater is 24 to 28. So most of the time these aquarium fishes are coming from tropical areas, so they need a temperature of 24 to 28. Then substrate. See here you can see the bottom, whether you are using sand or stones or gravel, or sometimes artificial substrates are there, artificial stones are there. All these can be used for as a base material or substrate. Then what are the type of decorations? Like rocks, we can place a lot of rocks here. For example, in this aquarium, I have seen, there are also different types of materials are used. Wooden materials are there. Bark of this is a wooden bark or something. So such type of materials can be used in that, so that will give you a natural environment, so that fish may also get some hiding place. This kind of filter is known as an internal filter. This is an internal filter. So that is the most common type of filter. Here also you can see that they are giving good lighting. So advantage of good lighting is that will give a good appearance. Since there is no lighting inside, it looks not very good. So only if you are putting a light, it will appear very good. So these are the equipment. One is tank, filter system, lighting, heater and thermometer, substrate and decorations. Then setting up of the aquarium. The first step in setting up aquarium is cleaning. Rinse the tank, substrate, decoration thoroughly with the water. Avoid soap or detergent. What is the problem in soap? Because removing the soap may not be easy. So don't use soap as far as possible. If you are using soap, what will happen is that some remains of the soap or detergent will be present in that water or tank. That will be harmful for the fish. Then adding substrate, spread the substrate evenly at the bottom. The lower surfaces we have to place either stones, sand, gravel or artificial materials. Then install the equipment, position the filter, heater and thermometer. See here you can see that how they are keeping the filter. This is the internal pump or internal filter. It has to be positioned in such a way that it gives maximum water circulation. So this kind of ideas, material aspects should be considered while installing the equipment. Position of the filter, heater, thermometer. Then filling the tank. Fill the tank slowly with a dechlorinated water. So normally the water that we are getting is chlorinated to avoid disturbing the substrate. So as far as possible, use a dechlorinated water because most of the time in our aquarium most people are using chlorinated water. That also is not very not creating too much problem. But as far as if dechlorinated or natural waters are available like a well water or something, that is always better because it will be containing more natural bacteria. Then cycling the tank. Start the nitrogen cycle by introducing ammonia or using a commercial cycling agent. So this process establishes beneficial bacteria to break down the waste product, and it usually takes 4 to 6 weeks. This is something most of the time we are not doing, but there is an important thing is that once we have established the tank, set up the tank, we should keep the tank for 1 month so that the natural bacteria in that will be establishing. Only then we should introduce the fish. So you clean the tank, you install all the equipment and immediately you are putting the fish, then it may not be good for the fish because that will most of the time leads to sudden death of the fish. So one important thing that we can do is that we should allow the natural bacteria, beneficial bacteria to establish, and there is a balanced ecosystem in the tank before we introduce the fish. So these are some of the basic principles in setting up of the tank. Then stocking the aquarium. So coming to the stocking part of the aquarium, we have to research what type of species, what type of fish you should put. Like select the compatible fish species based on water condition like a pH of the water, hardness of the water, temperature of the water. But avoid too much. Do not put too much amount of fish. Here you can see that they are only putting very few fishes. If you are adding too much amount of the smaller fish, then it may not be good. See, only 3 fishes are there. So if too many fishes are there, it will be competing, that will be creating stress for the fish, and most of the time that will be reducing their lifespan. So that is regarding the stocking of the aquarium. So we have to select what type of fish we are going. Normally we will be using angel fish, then guppies are there, then koi carps are there, different types of ornamental fishes are there, look beautiful. Then acclimatization, float the fish bag in the aquarium to match the temperature. So this is not a big problem here, but if we are in temperate countries, you should not immediately put the fish into the aquarium. What we can do is that keep the plastic bag in which we have taken the fish in that aquarium for some time and slowly release the fish. Then slowly mix the tank water into the bag to adjust the fish to the water chemistry. So this is more important in a temperate countries. Then aquarium management. So coming to the aquarium management, one is maintaining the quality, water quality maintenance. That is one important aspect of aquarium management. So how can we maintain the water quality? The best thing is testing the water, regular testing. Test for ammonia, nitrate, nitrite and nitrate, then pH, hardness. So using the commercial testing kits are there, and using these testing kits we will be able to maintain whether the aquarium water has the right chemical combination of these minerals. Then if there is too much of amount of ammonia or nitrate, that is not good, because too much amount of nitrate will lead to the growth of algae, and algae can cause this algal bloom, and that will be also harmful for the fish. Then water changes, replace 10 to 25% of water weekly to remove what? Waste and replenish essential mineral. That is, if there are this much water, 25% or 20% or 10% minimum, that much water we should replace every time. Advantage is that that will be bringing fresh water, and that will be also removing the waste like ammonia and nitrate. So that is the advantage of the use dechlorinated water for replacement. That is taking well water or a pond water. So such a type of water will be more useful when we are maintaining an aquarium. Then another aspect of the water aquarium management is filtration. Clean the filter regularly to ensure sufficient operation and avoid over cleaning to preserve beneficial bacteria. Here you can see that this is the filter, and that filter will be inside the filter there will be a sponge like thing, and we have to clean it. But while cleaning it, don't use any soap or other thing, because that will be containing some beneficial bacteria. If you are killing that beneficial bacteria, the problem is that harmful bacteria or disease causing bacteria may establish. That is the importance of maintaining the healthy bacteria or beneficial bacteria in the pond. So cleaning should be done. Then feeding. Feed the fish once or twice daily. So only every day, one time or two time. Like flakes, pellet, frozen, you might have seen different type of fish feed available. And remove uneaten food after a few minutes to prevent water contamination. That is, if you are introducing the food into the water and this fish is not feeding on that, and the feed is floating on the water, that is not good. That will cause decomposition, and that can create development or formation of harmful bacteria. So lighting schedule, provide 8 to 12 hours of light daily. So every day minimum 8 hours or 12 hours of light should be given to stimulate the natural daylight cycle. And at night you should switch off the light, because fish is also an animal. They also need 12 hours at night light and 12 hours of darkness. Then only it can sleep, it can rest. Otherwise, if overexposure to light can promote algal growth. So that is also another problem. If you are switching on light 24 hours, that will lead to growth of algae. These are some of the important steps. Then plant care. If live plants are used, prune plants regularly to remove dead or decaying leaves. So that will give an unattractive appearance. Use fertilizers and carbon dioxide systems as needed for optimal growth. So if the plants inside the aquarium, they are giving the beauty to the aquarium. So only if you are maintaining the plants in good way or in a very healthy way, the aquarium will be looking very healthy, very beautiful. Here also you can see that. So when there are some decaying leaves, it should be removed. So that such kind of steps are necessary to make the aquarium look beautiful. Then disease prevention. Quarantine new fish before adding them to the tank to avoid introduction. So normally you might have noticed that when you have an aquarium at home and you purchase a new fish and you introduce the new fish into the aquarium, most of the time many fish will die, because when you are introducing new fish into the aquarium, they may contain some disease bacteria or disease virus which will cause disease to the already established fish. So this is a very careful. This aspect has to be carefully monitored. Otherwise, that will lead to death of the fish. Observe fish behavior appearance daily for signs of stress or illness. So that is something by which we can do to prevent the spread of disease. Then cleaning the tank. Use an aquarium vacuum to clean the substrate during water changes. You can use small vacuum pumps are there. Scrape algae from the tank surface using algae scraper or magnetic cleaner. So different type of algae removing. See, if at the front of the glass lot of algae is there, it won't be looking beautiful. So we have to remove that algae from the front of the glass. For that there are different types of algae scrapers are there, magnetic cleaners are there, or we can also use certain fish like certain snails are there. They will be feeding on this algae. Monitoring the environment. Check heater, filter lights routinely for proper functioning. See, make sure that every equipment in the aquarium is working properly. Then what are the common challenges and solutions in aquarium management? One is algae growth, too much growth. Controlling lighting and reduce the nutrient level is one important thing. If too much amount of phosphate nitrates are forming in the aquarium, that will lead to growth of algae. So that is one problem. introduce alga eating fish like snails or shrimps. So that will be also up like apple snail or shrimps, prawns, that they will be feeding on the algae. So there won't be any overgrowth of algae. Then ammonia or nitrate spikes, increase in ammonia or nitrate level. Perform immediate water changes, ensure proper cycling before adding fish. So if you feel that there is too much amount of ammonia, we have to change water or we have to make other precaution. Then fish stress or death, avoid overcrowding, maintain a consistent water parameters and ensure adequate hiding space. See here you can see that fish is also an animal, they also need some kind of space. Here they have given some kind of wooden material. So what advantage is that fish can go below that and hide below that. So it also needs some kind of nesting space. So then only the fish will be able to live in a natural environment. So the importance of the aquarium is that mimic the aquarium ecosystem in such a way that it mimics a natural ecosystem. Then cloudy water, this is often due to bacterial bloom or excess waste. So for example, if too much food is there, that will lead to the development of bacteria. Then improve filtration and reduce feeding. So these are the steps that we have to monitor, like growth of algae, ammonia, fish stress, and also cloudy water. Then marine aquarium, in this marine aquarium we will be rearing marine species like regular protein skimmers, live rock, precise saline. So in the case of marine aquarium, they need more protein, they need more the salinity level of the marine should be, the water should be carefully monitored, and for that there are some instruments known as hydrometer or fractometer are available, and using such instruments we have to monitor the salinity level. Then only the fish may be this marine organ like starfish or sea anemone, we will be able to maintain them for a longer period. Coral needs specific lightening. Then P5 or metallic halide, such type of bulb should be used, and stable calcium level. So that is one important consideration that we should monitor, whether the calcium level of the water or the lighting that you are using are of the proper type. Then aquascaping, it involves designing the aquarium layout with the live plants, rocks, draft wood. See here you can see that this aquarium is very beautifully arranged. This kind of designing is known as aquascaping. How we are keeping the plants, where we are keeping the wood, where we are keeping the stones, so all, and where we are keeping the filter, all these are part of aquarium designing, and that is known by the name aquascaping. So aquascaping is also an important aspect. Only if you are keeping everything in an aesthetic manner or an attractive manner, that will be good for you, good for a person. So it's the basic idea is that as much as possible we should mimic or imitate the natural habitat. So that is the main idea in aquarium management. So if you manage the aquarium in the proper way, the life of the fish in the aquarium will be increased. It will be living for a longer time.